Alright, good morning. Welcome to day 6. It is December 6th. I am behind in editing a video. I'm a day behind, but I'm going to try and catch up. But today is the last day that appointments to go to. I'm actually going to get Alice ready right now, and then I'm going to try and hop in the shower, and then we have to leave to go visit our lactation consultant to check on, you know, are we doing the stretches well and like things like that for her tongue tie. It is an hour away though, so the appointment is at 12. It is 9, I think it's like 9:15 right now. And so I'm going to leave around 10:15 because that is when it's time for her nap, or I might leave at like 10 whenever we're ready, because that is her nap time. So I want her to sleep on the drive down there, and I'm either gonna bring like my Kindle or my laptop, and hopefully if she stays asleep in the car while we get there, I'll be able to work on some stuff while she gets like a full nap in. And then our appointment is at 12. Let's get you dressed. Even stop and get like breakfast and coffee or something, just because I have been going like crazy. Like, I really love Vlogmas. I love looking back at the memories, but with my Etsy shop, like, this is the busiest that usually is because people are buying things for, you know, presents and stuff. And then with all of her appointments and stuff like that, I'm just like pretty far behind in things. And then me being sick, and then also I woke up, you know, at 1:30 to do her tongue tie stretches, and she was great. Like, did her stretches with the headlamp. That was a really good purchase. And then she ended up just going right back to sleep, no problem. Well, I did not. I woke up at 1:30, did her stretches, and I could not fall back asleep. So at 2:30, I looked at the clock and I was like, oh my goodness, like, it's 2:30. Finally, I looked at the clock again. It was 3 o'clock, and I was like, what is the problem here? So I went and took like a melatonin, and I ended up falling asleep, but like, I don't even know how long I was awake for by the time I did fall asleep. But again, it'll be nice once the weekend is here, and Alvin watches her a lot on the weekend while I like catch up on like card orders and stuff. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. What should we wear today? Hey Google, what's the weather today?
Right now it's 39 degrees and partly cloudy.
Should we wear a cute little sweatshirt? On your pants. Pants, 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 pants. Ow, it's Mama's hair. That's Mama's hair. Aw, look how cute. All right, let's roll up the sleeves. All right, we gotta go do your hair. You baby! Should we show her room that we did yesterday? I brought all of her regular books back up here. And then we brought her toy shelf back up. So now you have lots of toys. Okay, I'll pick you up. Okay, we are in the car. We're gonna be on our way very soon. I stopped at Taco Bell quickly to get something to eat. I got a steak crunch wrap and 2 hash browns. I love Taco Brown for breakfast. I haven't had it in a while, but I ate it, I would say, pretty often when I was like pregnant and then in like first postpartum. And I got some mild sauce. I'm gonna eat this, and then we're gonna be on our way driving. Alice is just sitting back there like looking at me. Just look at that. Hello, it has been another busy day. So we went to our lactation consultant this morning. That was at 12. I did get to work a little bit on my video editing while she napped in the car because I got there early. So she was able to get an hour and 20-minute nap before we went in to the appointment. And then that went really well. She watched me do the stretches and she said that I was doing them correctly. She gave us a couple other stretches to do. She also gave us this teether, so that way Alice has to work on moving her tongue around. So like side to side, out, up, all different things. So we have to work with her, not only on the stretches, but then with some of these teethers. I actually ordered another teether that she recommended, so that way we can like put it like to the sides of her mouth, like in the back on each side, so that way she's moving like her tongue back and forth. And then also 2 to 3 times a day I have to do like that oral play with food. And so I have to like take my finger, maybe put like peanut butter or something sticky on, and put it like on the back, like either in her cheek or like in the very back, like where her molars would be. And that's so that way she like uses her tongue to try and like get it out, because we want to get like this full function of her tongue. And then I was talking to her about like we want to get body work done, because there's so much with a tongue tie that can cause issues later if you don't get it fixed or you don't work on like its body work and stuff, like the tension. And Alice has always had a crooked head like ever since she was born. And I was taking her to a different chiropractor. I just wasn't seeing results from that. So we stopped going a couple months ago, and I wanted to find a better chiropractor. And so there's actually one that this lactation consultant like works with. And so we actually were able to see her right after this appointment. It wasn't scheduled or anything, but she had like an opening and she was like, yeah, let's go ahead and look. And yeah, there's a lot of tension in her neck and her head and even her jaw. So we're gonna be working on all of that. We have to go weekly. So I actually have to see the lactation consultant again next Friday, and we're doing the chiropractor again on that Friday as well. So every week I'm gonna have to drive an hour to go to that. I mean, there's nothing around here, which is the problem. Like everything we have to do, we always have to drive like at least an hour to get to somewhere. But that was really good. So hopefully we're gonna be working on fixing all these issues. And already, like with getting the tongue tie fixed, I have already seen an improvement. Like with her eating solids, she's actually like using her jaw and like chewing, instead of before all she knew how to do was like kind of push her tongue out. She could not lift her tongue to swallow. So that's already been an improvement. And then she started like kind of babbling. So like before we got her tongue fixed, if she was biting on something like her pacifiers or a teether, like she would go ah yeah yeah like while she's biting. But she actually just started doing it yesterday, where she will make like da 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 ba ba, like those kinds of sounds. She hasn't quite got the hard consonant down with like a like da-da or ba-ba or something like that, but she's starting to, and that's the first time that she's really done that. Yeah, exactly. Without having something in her mouth. Normally, she would only ever make those sounds with something in her mouth. And so now she's actually making them without something in her mouth. So already we're seeing improvements. And that was the whole point of getting the tongue tie revised. So yeah, ah da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. So yeah, that's fantastic. I actually just finished editing the video that was from day 4, so I'm still 1 video behind. I've not worked on any cards yet today, but I think I'm going to catch up on my editing, and then tomorrow I definitely have to catch up on card orders. I think I have like 40. I'm so far behind. All 40 don't have to get done tomorrow, obviously, but I think I have to do like 10 tomorrow. I'm still a couple days ahead. Yeah, I have 38 orders, and 7 of them have to be done by December 8th, like shipped December 8th. And then I have a whole bunch that have to be shipped by December 11th and December 12th. So yeah, I need to catch up on all of those. I got home
I ended up making a batch of her formula and cleaning up the dishes. I threw my load of laundry in, which I do need to put that in the dryer. I had eaten Taco Bell and then I ate McDonald's. Like, I have not been great with eating. Well, I mean, let's be real. I've gained so much weight with IVF, pregnancy, having her, postpartum, keeping up with breastfeeding, not having, you know, a whole bunch of time. I really, like, in the new year, I really have a lot of weight to lose before I would do another IVF transfer, because the plan is to start another transfer in January of 2025. So like literally that's only a year from now, which we all know that's gonna go quick. Today's coffee was a chocolate hazelnut. It was okay, wouldn't buy that one. So far, I actually think the only one I'm going to buy is the donut shop. That one has definitely been the best one. And I'm pretty sure that my Caribbean curry has not shown up and won't show up. It won't give me a date, it just says it's late. So I'm gonna have to make the salmon tonight. So I don't know, I guess I'll just use regular curry powder.
For dinner, I wanted to make that Caribbean curry salmon, but you know, the Caribbean curry didn't come in. So I'm just using regular curry. And this is a recipe. It'll be linked down below in my December Pinterest recipes. And this is definitely something I would make again. So I actually bought a whole salmon and I cut it up, but I wasn't able to use my camera at the moment because I was like importing clips onto my computer. So I wasn't able to film the whole process, but I cut up the salmon and I put the curry powder, smoked paprika, and salt. And then I'm frying that in the pan to make crispy skin. And then I cut up some red pepper, green pepper, onions, and garlic. And I cut up some plantains and put them in hot water to soak to make them easier to peel, which is a tip I learned off of like Food Network. I also opened my advent calendar, which was this red wine. I didn't really like it though, so I decided to open one of the whites that I had from the other day, which I think was Sauvignon Blanc, and so I was sipping on that while I was cooking. After the salmon came out of the pan, I actually put the salmon in the oven to finish cooking, and I started frying up the peppers and onions, and I have some tallow that I am deep frying the plantains because I'm trying to make mofongo, but I don't think it turned out exactly the way it was supposed to. So if any of you have made it authentically, it just seemed very dry. Like, I don't know if I just didn't cook the plantains enough, although I've definitely cooked plantains a lot before and I love plantains so much, so I'm not sure what I did wrong. But I added some ginger and coconut milk to the curry, and I'm just finishing up the mofongo here, and as you can see how dry it is, but everything tasted really good, and Alvin did really like this meal, but I feel like when I've seen mofongo on like Food Network and stuff, it was definitely a lot more, for lack of a better word, moist. So I'm not sure what I did wrong, but this was a very delicious meal. It also made lots of leftovers, which we liked. And so I would 100% recommend this, especially I cannot wait to try it with that Caribbean curry.